It's snowing today. First day of the year. First day. Oh, I guess not of the year, huh? No. No, basically first day of the year where it snowed. Like last year, or I guess in January this year, it was just not snowing. There was like barely any snow. I doubt there were any snow days for people in elementary and middle and high school because there was just like no snow. And I remember pretty sure I only made a snowman once. Well, actually no, I don't think I ever made a snowman this this year. So, it's good to see that it's snowing already. Hopefully there's going to be more. Hopefully it's packing snow so I can make another snowman for the winter break. I don't know. Do snow angels? I don't know. Just do typical snow activities. Bogning would be kind of cool. Revisiting that. Oh, that'd be satisfying. Nostalgic. Um so what's on my mind? Um Today, okay, so today I'm actually doing it much earlier than I would. I don't know why I like did that weird pullback, but today I'm actually vlogging at like 3 p.m., which is significantly earlier than when I usually vlog. And honestly, if I can keep it consistently like earlier than than the time that I usually do it, that'd be great because I'm kind of OCD about the blue light and everything. And I feel like part of the thoughts, like I really think about things for this vlog, for this vlog series, and sometimes they just like ruminate when I try to sleep. Not the best. But it's also kind of therapeutic, so I won't have as many thoughts when I'm going to sleep. I think it's helpful, but maybe earlier in the day is better. And besides, today I was feeling like doing it much earlier, so can't really complain with that. Okay, let's actually get into it. Let's dive into it. You should be transparent about your views. So, I'm just going to go over like a bunch of thoughts that I've been having. They're not too connected. I labeled it what's on my mind. I don't know if I'll change the title, but it's basically just all these thoughts that I've had that I can't really they don't really make a single theme, so I kind of just will go from one to the next. Okay, enough preamble. If you're transparent with your views, I feel like, oh man, this is another thing that I've picked up on. As I've done this vlog series, I realize how much I've said things like, I feel like, I think, those main ones. And I stutter too sometimes. I literally just did it. Oh, literally is another one. Okay. No. So I'm gonna have to focus hard, not stutter, not say any of those fillers. I'm pretty good with not saying I feel like that's most people's weakness. And if it's yours, please focus on not saying that. After you focus on not doing that, it gets much easier. But you have to be very deliberate in your speech. And then at some point, you just won't do it. You just won't do it. Of course, of course, of course. Just is another one. Oh my goodness. I, this is going to be a brutal one. Transparent about your views. So, if you're transparent with your views, you'll attract people that have similar views, and the friends that you make will be much more genuine than if you hid your views initially. I've met people that are maybe even too transparent with their views, and I complete strangers to me initially, and then they say some like really controversial thing, and sometimes I agree with it, but other times I don't agree with it, but I really appreciate, regardless of whether I agree, I appreciate their transparency and their honesty. And ever since I've met people like that, it's inspired me to be more like that, more transparent, and regardless of whether people dislike me because of that. That's another thing that I really struggle with. And I've seen this in questionnaires and surveys and what's it called? Personality tests. They'll ask you something like, how cognizant are you of how people think about you? And I would say I'm on the higher end. I'm really aware of how people perceive me, and it affects how I portray myself when I initially meet people. I want to put my best foot forward. I mean, who doesn't? But I think about it so much more than the average person. Because I don't want anybody to hate me. I'm fine with people not necessarily liking me, but hating me I don't like. And ideally I'd want everyone to like me. But recently I've been working towards that, and I think I've made quite a bit of progress in being more transparent and being able to let go of those feelings where I have to please everyone. Now I can just be transparent, have my own opinions, and if people like it, they like it. I won't really apologize for being myself, having my beliefs. Especially if it's things that you can't compromise on. Religion, for example. Be transparent. It's not like you're gonna, if they're not religious, you're gonna no longer become religious just to please them. You have to realize there's gonna be some people that you just won't get along with. And that's the end of it. Okay, next topic. Clone dreams. Oh no. So, a few days ago, okay, a few days ago, I had clone dreams. Like, you know how there's this term, I think it's called Tetris dreams. I can't remember, but the idea is people who were so addicted to Tetris, who liked Tetris so much, they started having dreams about Tetris. Tetris dreaming? I can't remember what it's called. And that's the same with anything that you're really interested about. So I had this years ago when I was really into chess. I would start dreaming about chess. And Mario, when I was much younger, I would have dreams about Mario, of jumping exactly like Mario. And I got really frustrated that I couldn't jump exactly like Mario. When I woke up and actually walked around the house when I was awake, I tried to jump like Mario, and I was so frustrated that I couldn't get that satisfying point. So frustrating. But I came to realize I'm in reality and I can't jump like Mario. Very unfortunate. So I had cologne dreams, and cologne dreams is actually, it's really weird having dreams about colognes because, or fragrances in general, because usually dreams, you'll be able to feel the sensation. If you think about it, if you really dream hard enough, you're really immersed in the dream, you'll feel the sensation. For example, pain. You'll feel pain in a dream, or you'll feel joy in a dream. But colognes, fragrances, you can't smell. You can't make your mind smell things that's not there. So when I have these dreams, I it's usually of a dream of a new fragrance that I haven't smelled before. And so I try smelling it, but I can't smell anything. And it's so frustrating. So I assume I'm nose blind, and the dream continues on. And I think most of the time I try to pretend that I smell something, but everyone else smells like the best smell they've ever smelled. And I'm frustrated, but I pretend to smell it. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, the cardamom, the bergamot. Yes. So those are pretty, cologne dreams are pretty unique. Nothing super special. Oh my, I also had another cologne dream where I found a cologne, like a new cologne that nobody else found before. Something, or it was really niche, but it was insanely good. And then when I woke up, I was thinking, what was the name of that cologne? Okay, maybe I'm mixing it up. No, I was trying to find a dupe of a cologne that I really liked, and I couldn't find it in real life. And then I dreamed about it, and then I think I found it, but it was fake, of course. That it didn't exist. And then when I woke up, I was like, "What was the name of that? What was the name of that cologne?" And I couldn't get it. Stop listening to music. Yeah, I think today Spotify Wrapped came out. Checked a bunch of Instagram stories. And honestly, when I check Instagram stories for Spotify Wrapped, I go through, if I recognize one artist that I like, I'll go through all of the songs and see if I like them. And most of the time, like a majority and it ends up being good. And if I don't recognize any of the artists, I also check it out to see what genre it even is and to be more familiar with music genres and music artists. So that's fun, but it's very time consuming. I went through so many stories. I mean, almost everyone posts Spotify Wrapped, so it's going to take a while to get through all of them. But I got some new songs that seemed decent, so I'm happy with that. It feels like it's getting harder to find new music that I like because I'm at that age where I want music that I haven't heard of before. So rock, I hate because I listen to all the time on my way to school with my dad. And now I want nothing to do with it. So it's mainly just been rap. Rap. I mean, after rock, it was indie. So that was probably grade 7. Yeah. So that was when I started playing FIFA, and FIFA had indie music, more on the indie, somewhat pop, more indie side. And I like that. And then I started getting tired of that. And then I moved to dubstep. And then dubstep lasted a while, maybe like 2 years, 3 years. Honestly, maybe more. Yeah, maybe more. And then I tried to hold on to dubstep in high school, but I just realized this is the same exact repetitive beat, and it was so repetitive. If you've listened to dubstep, all of them are the same, where it's like they build up to the beat drop, and then the beat drop's the same, and the build up is the same. It's not There's not much variety, but when they switch it up, when it's what Charlie Puth calls an anti beat drop, I think he did it in Attention. Yeah, the song Attention. He did it in the song Attention. When it's an anti beat drop, it's so good because you expect that insane beat to happen afterwards. But then when it's like anticlimactic almost, when it's like smooth bass, it's like, I don't know I can't really word it, but I think you'll know what I mean when you hear an anti beat drop, and it's really satisfying to me. So I like those, and I no longer started to like dubstep, so I grew away from that. And then, but then rap still has kind of that fast paced bass, and bass was what I really liked and still like today. So then after rap, right now, I would say I'm more leaning towards, if I'm not listening to rap, I'm listening to, and throughout, I guess throughout high school and high school, yeah. At the start of high school, I also started listening to lo-fi. Maybe before the start of high school. I listened to lo-fi and I got really into lo-fi. So it'll be, if I'm not listening to rap, if I get tired of rap or if I get tired of dubstep, I'll just listen to, or no, it was rap. So it was at the start of high school. I'll just listen to lo-fi when I'm studying, when I'm doing anything passive or not passive, when I'm doing anything that I need active attention on, so I can't listen to the words in the music. I'll just listen to lo-fi to help me concentrate. I don't know if it actually helps concentrating, but I think it soothes me, so I think it does help in some way. So lo-fi, and then right now I'm into drum and bass. So after rap, I still listen to a lot of rap, but I'm starting to get more, if I get tired of rap, which is actually starting to become more common, I'll listen to drum and bass, which is even faster tempo and arguably more bass, maybe. But it still has that main component that I look for. I mentioned this before, but I would recommend reading a book before you go to sleep to help reduce your thoughts. A lot of people struggle with this. So I think if you can think it out, like sometimes I just sit in my chair and think of of my day and how it went and what I have to do tomorrow and the past as well and the future. But I feel like I feel you can think about that forever. So sometimes you just need something to take your mind off of things. And I feel like reading a book has been done a pretty good job of that. And something light, read something light. Don't read like, I don't even know, something controversial like Roe v. Wade, which I did that once. I started reading Roe v. Wade. I was like, okay, this is way too heated, way too controversial. So maybe I should back off. So yeah, right now I'm reading Exhalation, which is apparently a bunch of short stories. I read The Trial and Metamorphosis earlier, and that wasn't, yeah, I guess it's depressing, but it wasn't heavy. It took your mind off of things. It was just a story. It was just someone's life, I guess. Someone's fictitious life. So you could think about that one. You could read that one before you go to sleep. But right now, I'm reading Exhalation, bunch of short stories, and they're fiction. They're not heavy action, just fantasy, science fiction idea. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm already at 20 minutes. And if okay, I have this other theme that I could cover. But you know what? I'll just cover that in another video. I try to make it under 20 minutes, and today I failed. Hopefully next time I do better. Bloop.